I need to start off by talking a little bit about community, about this community.
The stories that exist around us every day are so much more interesting than anything that we could put on stage.
Back in January, Dexter and Aleen, the two playwrights, came to New York, where I live, and we got together a group of 5 actors, and we workshopped the show.
The source material of the play has been gathered from residents of Princeton.
What we started out with was a stack of papers of just ideas and long stories, short stories.
And we went in a room for a week, and without the pressure of putting together a full production, we got to just see what worked, what the questions were, what was exciting, what scenes made sense with what other scenes, and we made some really exciting discoveries.
This town didn't just spring up fully formed. It was built. One nail and one screen door and one brick at a time.
And 3 months later, I got the call at work from his doctor saying it was getting close to the end. I took off the rest of the day and I kept my wedding vow.
I mean, most people, they never get a chance to find out what they're made of. You know, everybody thinks they're going to step up and be a hero, and most people just end up thinking about themselves, which is, you know, it's okay. You know, there's no shame in that. It's what you're supposed to do.
It just has such a rich history of storytelling. The people are really present with what has happened to them in the town, and it all means something to them. And everybody hangs on to that.
But one thing that I think makes Princeton so unique is their ability to come to resolution in the city and still maintain its identity as Princeton.
The monologue with Donna and her story, I mean, the first time I read it, I cried my eyes out. It's all there.
If I watch this, I can say I still know that. I still know who these people are. I still know where they're coming from.
But you're also playing a real person, and you have to be true to what that story is.
So you feel like you're being trusted with something. Like you're holding a very valuable vase. It's like, okay, let's be careful with it.
In these disagreements, we can see the evidence of our strength as a community. Our strength exists in the connections that bind us to one another. We are connected with our past, our brick streets, our ancient trees, our homes. We are connected by the love of these things and of each other.
This is a room full of people who had the knowledge base, and they knew what we needed, and they gave it to us, and they did it in a very efficient and organized manner, and they spoke our language.
When there's a big event, big public event coming up, a concert, parade, fireworks, whatever you want, people want to get good seats. So they set their lawn chairs out a few days early, and they just leave them there. Nobody touches them, nobody moves them to get a better view. It's like this unspoken agreement that this is just how we claim our spot.
Here, we've given ourselves this wonderful challenge of staging the play in the back part of Fitzgerald's Piano Lounge. And it's both a gift and a major challenge to the process.
We're going to tell you some stories today. That's why we're here. Are they true stories? Well, that depends. Everything you'll hear or see was suggested by something that really happened, that someone about.
I was born in this town, spent my whole life here. I rode my bike trails down to Pee Wee Creek, threw rocks at the water plant tanks over on Vernon. I knew the best streets to trick-or-treat on Halloween.
Nick, this is the way the world can be. You know, a place where you don't have to be suspicious, the guy next to you.
I think the most exciting part about working on Hometown Anonymous is that we actually get to be in this town while we're working on this new play, this new work from the ground up.
Having spent 6 weeks here, being able to understand a lot more what draws people to this place and really gives them a sense of community and home in Princeton.
For me, it's discovering how much passion and life you can find in towns of this size.
There's a lot of history behind the community that you wouldn't exactly expect to learn when first coming here.
I know that all of these characters are based on real people and real submissions. So all of their stories are so intriguing that these are experiences that people have lived.
We walk down the street and you see all the smiles and people wave at you, and then to kind of know what has shaped these people in this town is cool, and I get to take that with me and it's going to stick with me, and I'm really thankful for that.
Is that a Princeton audience seeing this show is going to see some stories that they recognize, that they've heard about, and then some stories that surprise them.
So real and so genuine with the stories that we started out with, and just, it's so Princeton.
And when all of that is said and done, we hope that you'll still see something, hear something, feel something that you can recognize, not as the fact of what happened to so-and-so at such a time, but of how it feels to be one of 7,000 people whose stories make up this place, this hometown.
Princeton has been my home for the last 10 years, and has also been, this has been where I've been working on the biggest project of my life. And 10 years in, this is a way for me to say thank you and to put something on stage that shows how much I love this town and all of its complexities and its interesting people, and just kind of show Princeton how beautiful it is. This is my love song to Princeton.